Imagine yourself in a dark night with minus 20 degrees Celsius temperature and one of your close relative is admitted in a hospital. But suddenly, in the middle of night, the hospital light goes off and the entire hospital is dark and frosty with equipments shut down. Scary, right? But this is not some story that I am speaking randomly. On March 13, 1989, 2:44 am, in Quebec, which is the province in eastern Canada, goes on complete blackout for 9 to 12 hours approximately. 6 million people were left without electricity, no light, no heating, and no communication in freezing March weather. Hospitals switched to emergency backup power, airport flight delays due to navigation issues, and satellite lost control and suffered data glitches. And do you know, on research, what was the reason for all these? Solar flares.
There could be a lot of death, there could be disease, there could be wars, there could be psychological imbalances, there could be a lot of turmoil in human life. Will humanity bring disaster upon themselves, or will they bring realization and transformation upon themselves? Whenever these solar flares happen, great yogis rose in that culture. I want to make sure all the consecrations I want to do, I finish within this next 4.5 years.
Now before moving ahead, let's understand that what actually is the solar flares. Think of the sun like the giant pressure cooker full of magnetic energy. Sometimes it builds up so much pressure and boom, it releases the sudden burst of energy. That burst is called solar flare. It's like the sun sneezing violently, but instead of air, it is throwing out radiation and light in an incredible speed. And just like the earthquakes have richer scale numbers, similarly, solar flares have a class system based on their strength, in which if the solar flare belongs to class A, that means it has the weakest power level and it does not have any noticeable impact. Whereas, when we go down, if the class level of the solar flare is X, this means it is extremely powerful and it can trigger blackouts, GPS failure and satellite damage. To understand better, if X1 is strong, this means X10 is 10 times more powerful than X1 and the biggest ever recorded was X28 plus in 2003. Surprising, right? We thought sun as the source of energy and light on this earth. Never thought that this sun can even cause havoc on the planet. And one of the example is 1989 Quebec blackout, also known as 1989 solar storm. It is one of the most famous real-world example of the solar flares' direct impact on the Earth's infrastructure, where the powerful X15 solar flares erupted from the sun, followed by coronal mass ejection (CME), which is a massive burst of solar wind and magnetic field. And this CME struck Earth's magnetosphere within 3 days, triggering a geomagnetic storm. As a result, in just 90 seconds, the entire Hydro-Quebec power grid collapsed, leading to over $10 million immediate damage and broader economic loss. And this wasn't any mechanical failure. This was entirely caused by the space weather. And you know, this is not the only real-world example. A more dangerous real-life example comes on 2nd September 1859. A British astronomer, Richard Carrington, observed the massive solar flare erupting from the sun. It was accompanied by the coronal mass ejection, in which sun throws out the chunk of its outer layer, a cloud of charged particle plasma, traveling through space towards Earth and hits the Earth's magnetosphere in just 17.6 hours. When normally it takes 2 to 4 days to strike Earth's magnetosphere, this just took 17.6 hours. This speed was extremely rare and dangerous, triggering the most powerful geomagnetic storm than ever recorded. As a result, the US auroras were so bright in Colorado that gold mines actually thought that morning had come and they literally started making breakfast at 1 am. Telegraph network across Europe and North America failed, even caught fire. And in some cases, messages were transferred without any power, just from the geomagnetic energy. Some stations even burned down due to electrical surges. People there were too much terrified and many believed that this was end of the world. Now, why am I sharing this with you all is, experts warn that we are now entering solar cycle 25, which is peaking in 2025. Events similar or worse than 1989 could happen again. as our world is even more tech reliant now. 2025 is even predicted as the most intense peaks in recent decades, possibly even surpassing expectation. And with proof on May 13th, 14th, 2025. Yes, May 13th, 14th, 2025, the sun unleashed X-class flares. That means very powerful flares, the highest intensity in this cycle that disrupted radios, satellite communication, and GPS investigation and triggered widespread auroras and communication disruption. And solar flares aren't just fireworks at space, they directly interact with Earth's magnetosphere, satellite system, GPS system, and technological systems. And in today's world, this can impact everything from AI system to stock markets. If a similar flare like 1859 Carrington event or 1989 Canada flare hits today, experts like NASA and NOAA says that it can cause 2 trillion US dollar damage globally and knock out power grids for weeks, which may take months or even years to recover. Along with it, this will disrupt GPS, internet, airline navigation, banking system, and satellites, leading to serious public health and food supply issues. Because technology then in 1859 and 1989 were limited satellite use or GPS use. But today, everything from planes to mobile phone depends on satellite. No widespread human deaths were reported then, but now this will create havoc if it happens because technology is very much vulnerable today. And do you know, apart from all these, solar flares and coronal mass ejection, that is CMEs, are not just cosmic flares. They have direct or indirect effect on our planet and even on the subtle layers of our consciousness. In yogic culture, these events are often viewed as catalysts for energetic and collective transformation, sometimes manifesting into disease, conflicts, and social shifts.
The solar flare activity in the sun has gone up significantly and it's going up further. When the solar flares increase, it has a significant impact on the magnetic field of the planet and the amount of radiation that happens. There are various things, I don't want to go into the science of it, but it has serious impact on all planets. Our concern is Earth. So these solar flares are happening. Autonomic nervous system is seriously impacted by this, everybody knows this. I know this from what happens in my system and I see how it is happening in other people's systems. Digestive system, your breathing process, your ability to digest, your ability to breathe and absorb what you need to absorb, everything is affected by the solar flares. So when this started, the solar flares started happening and I felt certain things within my system. Then I inquired with a few people, what is happening? Things like this. Then they said the solar flares have kicked off. The next 6 years, they will be at a very high pitch, the kind of pitch that we have not seen in our lifetime at least. So now the solar activity, one way is in the Indian traditions and in scriptures and other things. I'm not an expert on this, but I know it has been said that when solar activity rises like that, there could be a lot of death, there could be disease, there could be wars, there could be psychological imbalances, there could be a lot of turmoil in human life and a lot of upheavals in animal life, every life on the planet, because it affects your nervous system, digestive system, pulmonary system, everything. In this time, will humanity bring disaster upon themselves or will they bring realization and transformation upon themselves? It is in the hands of human beings. I would like to see something very positive and wonderful happens. This is going to be next few years a charged up time on this planet. Are we going to use this charge for transformation, realization, or are we going to stab at each other, kill each other, do something terrible to each other because some stimulus is happening in our body, we don't have equanimity, then we will damage each other. This is where we are. You will watch it as it progresses. And whenever these solar flares happen, great yogis rose in that culture. At the same time, battles happen, disastrous events happen, sometimes earthquakes happened because the magnetic forces in the planet and the thermal forces in the core of the planet are all being influenced by the solar flares. So, if you're conscious, this is a fantastic time, because I want you to understand this. It is only in the summer, when the sun is really hot, all the plants really burst. They know how to make use of the sun's energy. Winter also, of course, you are complaining, but something new. Every season gives you something new to complain. Whether it is a climatic season or your life seasons, always complaining about something because you don't learn how to ride it. So these solar flares, for a spiritual seeker who wants to transform his energy, this is a time when everything is cooking really well. I want to make sure all the consecrations I want to do, I finish within this next 4.5 years, because Sun himself with me.
As we all know that Pingala Nadi, which is active solar channel, governs vitality, willpower and assertiveness. When solar flares or CMEs perturb Earth's magnetosphere, it can amplify Pingala activity, manifesting as emotional agitation, sleep disturbance, overstimulation or even aggressive tendencies. In extreme cases, this amplified Pingala energy can fuel societal imbalance, ecological arrest, or condition ripe for disease and conflict. So with all these, I just want to convey you that it's high time that we have to recognize the time we are in and take the conscious effort and choice. So this is the time either we can make ourselves or break ourselves. It's not that flares are negative, it's just that the strong winds are blowing. If you want to fly, we have to go in the flow of the wind. But if we will go against it, then we will head towards a serious disaster. So if we use this energy and prepare ourselves by doing the necessary sadhana, necessary yoga and develop necessary focus within ourselves, then definitely human consciousness could rise much more easily than other times. And in that way, it is little more conducive. So don't miss the opportunity this time. It's you who is in search of something. That's why you have watched the video up till here. It's high time to pursue something spiritual in your life. Then only your life can change dramatically. So with this closing the video, I hope I was able to deliver the message of this video. And if it has added some meaning to you, do not forget to share this with your friends and family. And also do like and subscribe. And up to next, stay safe, healthy, happy and namaskaram.